That. There. I think we're ready.
Hooray.
Right, now take the poses I told you, and remember, try to act natural. Alan, pay attention, please. Now, a nice big smile. Jill, the smile's a bit false, love. Remember, photography is the art of the spontaneous moment. Right, here we go. That looks terrific. Right, smile. That's it, I gotcha. That was a Rembrandt, a beauty.
Can I take one with my camera now?
Of course you can, Alan. Go on. Oh, make sure you got it on sunny.
Just leave him to it.
But if he's got it on cloudy...
Leave him to it. Say cheese.
Well, make sure your finger's not...
Say cheese.
Cheese. Didn't Alan's photograph come out nicely?
Yeah, very nice.
Shame about yours.
Yeah, well, I'll be writing letters to various companies about that lot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The lens people, the tripod people, the developers, the light meter people.
Why not face it? You're just a rotten photographer.
I am not. I'll tell you what the trouble is. These people who produce this equipment have got over-technicalised.
Well, just as long as you know what it is. I think I'll put Alan's picture in the photograph album.
The old-fashioned box brownie, that's all you need. Took lovely photographs, that did. We used to have one. We had it for years. Easy as ABC to use. Even my soppy sisters could use it. That's how easy it was.
Look, Betty Grable has her leg more back.
What?
No, back.
Oh, like that?
That's it. Hold it. I still think it's a bit saucy having yourself done like this.
Well, I don't. I think it's very flattering wanting a pin-up of your own wife. I mean, he could have got Rita Hayworth.
Might take his mind off Italy, I suppose. Do you know, it's funny, a lovely day like this, it's hard to believe there's a war on anywhere. I'm glad to be away from that rotten camp, I know that. And that rotten blooming Corporal Rogers, I really hate her. Do you know, if I polished the glass of that searchlight once, I polished it 100 times last Tuesday. Still, it's a lovely day, so I'm not going to think about
Mary?
camp or any... Yeah?
Gotcha.
Give me that spoon!
No, I'm going to take it down the chemist. You'll look
I
lovely.
didn't give you my permission.
Ah, look!
Hello. I'm just going to have a look at my runners, all right? Bet! What you doing with my warble?
Didn't you hear the wireless? The Italians have given in. They're out of it.
Yes, I heard it at work.
Well, you should be wreathed in smiles. Our son's in Italy, so Sonny is Nelson. If the Italians aren't going to fight anymore.
I'm afraid it's not that simple, love.
Why?
Well, thing is that the Italians might have thrown the towel in, but the Jerrys don't see it that way. They're going to fight on in Italy.
Oh, a blooming cheek.
Oh, yeah. They've got cheek up to the eyeballs, the Germans. They always have had.
Funny, but Aunt Sadie, with all her newfound spiritualist proclivities, hadn't foretold the Italian surrender. Mind you, she did see the Angel of Death in Bolingbroke Grove.
The Angel of Death in Bolingbroke Grove?
Yes.
Oh, do leave off, Sadie.
Bet. May my psychic powers desert me forever if I'm not telling the truth.
Well, what did he look like?
Satanic, with great black bat's wings coming out of his head.
You want to watch that milk stout, Sadie? You'll be seeing pink elephants next.
Alcohol and spirit are two different things, Norman.
Norman? Hey.
Bertie.
Oh.
Yes, Bet. You mark my words. Before you can say knife, death will strike in Bolingbroke Grove.
This spiritualism business, Norman, is beginning to give me the collywobbles.
Now, look here, Gordon. I'm very fond of Sadie, but she has got an over-vivid imagination, hasn't she?
That's what I put it down to at first, but, I mean, some of the stories she comes back from those meetings with, well, it's enough to make my blood run cold.
You don't really believe them, do you, Gordon?
Well, not when I'm talking to you here now, no. But take Mrs. Rollitt.
What, her with the bike?
Yes, with the bike, with the bike. Now, Sadie put it across very convincingly that last Wednesday, Mrs. Rollitt hovered a good 18 inches above the ground for 10 minutes.
I'll tell you what, Gordon. Phone up Fighter Command, see if they can use her.
Yes, I know, it sounds ridiculous to me now, here in your hallway. But when Sadie's got me at home, all by myself...
Look here, Gordon. If you want my advice, if this business gets any more out of hand, put your foot down.
What? Down?
Down.
Let me come back at you this way, Norman. If Sadie ever copies Mrs. Rollitt, if she ever hovers in front of me, down goes my foot.
I think that's fair, Gordon. I think that's very fair.
Thank you, Norman. Thank you. Right. Right.
Great streams of ectoplasm coming out of her nostrils, apparently. There, yes.
Let's go in the garden and have a smoke, Norman.
And then it formed itself into a misty ball, which came into life.
You're not going to send this to your Nelson, are you?
Yeah, well, that was the idea, wasn't it? Oh, and there's this one for you. Or for Randall.
I couldn't show this to Randall.
Why not? There's no harm in a bit of titillation.
Sonia?
It's only a word.
No. No, I couldn't. Randall doesn't approve of that sort of thing.
Oh, I don't know. I can make more exciting things than him out of a lump of Peter's plasticine.
Common.
The only trouble was you couldn't roll him into a ball and make something else out of him. Goodness knows what Mary saw in him, but it must have been something. I mean, instead of having a good time when she was off duty, she spent it all with him. Weird, that. Really weird. He was a dollop of plasticine, Randall.
I'm sorry I'm late, Randall. Blinking Corporal Rogers has been chucking her weight about again.
Oh, threaten her with me, dear.
Thank you, Randall.
Oh, I've got a little present for you.
Randall, but this is your whole library.
Yes, all 19 books.
I couldn't possibly
No,
take
I'd
them.
want you to. They're quite useless to me now.
Oh, but why? You always said that reading good fiction was like a walk through an enchanted forest.
Well-turned phrase, even if I do say so myself, but no longer applicable to me. This is what I'm going to read from now on.
Economics?
Yes, that, business practice and company law.
I didn't know you knew about things like that.
I don't, but I'm going to learn. I'll teach the civil service to tell Randall Cummings he's got a ceiling. I'll ceiling them. Mr. Greymatter, that's what I'm going to become. And somehow, somewhere, I'm going to get out on my own. And people are going to start to jump when I crack the whip.
When you're angry with the world, Randall, I think you're really terrific.
Do you, Mary?
Oh, yes.
I must stop doing that. Anger is a waste of energy.
Randall? Do you like pin-ups?
No, I don't. Filthy, lewd, disgusting and obscene.
Oh.
makes you ask such a peculiar question, Mary?
Nothing. Nothing.
I say, I think I'll read this aloud. It's pretty gripping stuff, actually. Chapter 2. Supply and Demand. Over the years...
I suppose the whole nation was getting practical lessons in supply and demand in 1943. It all fined down to a very simple principle. Lots of demand and very little supply.
Gordon hasn't what you...
Is that it?
That's a very nice piece of cheddar, Mrs. Elston.
Well, it may be a nice bit of cheddar. I've got 6 mouths to go round.
I've seen bigger bits of cheese in a mousetrap.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well... Now, what else can you let us have, then?
About 2 eggs.
Oh, tart ever so much, Mr. Smart. Toodle pip.
Oh, thank you for your custom, Miss Mandeville.
Hello, Mrs. Harris. Mrs. Elston.
Hello, Renee.
Doesn't it take a long time getting round the shops?
Yes. Must do.
Yes, I think you would go red, Lionel Smart.
Renee Mandeville is a thoroughly bad lot.
Why?
Yes, I'd started asking awkward questions.
Why, what, dear?
Why is Rooney Mandeville a thoroughly bad lot?
Play with your thing.
No, I want to know.
You're going to get a lot of this, Bet.
All them brains in that little head.
It's to do with grown-ups, Peter.
I like her. She likes to laugh, Rooney does.
Well, yes.
She's ever so generous. She's always giving you things for nothing.
Well, yes.
So why is she bad?
Well, we didn't say bad, my little king. We said thoroughly bad lot, which isn't bad. But, well, it is, but,
Look, now, the bad you think of as a little boy and the thoroughly bad lot we think of as grown-ups isn't the same thing at all. Do you see?
No.
Look here. If you go and get your grand's purse off her mantelpiece, there might be a threepenny bit in it for you.
Count how long it takes me.
Budding intellectual or not, I could always be bought.
Well, you're a fine now, aren't you, Norman Elston, sitting there tearing up your lavatory paper?
Listen.
This was just the sort of time when a father's voice was needed.
Bet, if I'd have opened my mouth, I'd have laughed my head off.
Oh,
just like his father.
Yes. Well, that's men, isn't it?
Short trousers or long, they always stick together. Norman, will you please stop?
And who had the 2 eggs for breakfast? The men.
This Italian campaign seems to be going very slowly, Bet.
Not now, Norman. Eat your egg.
Oi, what did you have?
Oh, I'm all right. I had a bit of dripping test.
All right.
Come on. Oh, Norman,
Oh,
mine.
sorry.
Eat it up.
I've finished mine, Mum.
Goodbye.
Wouldn't I like another one?
Well, you can't have another one.
Why?
Because there are only 2 in the house.
Why?
Because there's a war on.
Why?
Oh, you and your questions. Look, you've had your egg. Be grateful. Hold your box of toys.
If the king was to ask me what I'd like best in the world, I'd say another boiled egg.
Oh, dear. Bet, give him mine.
No, Norman. He has got to learn. Now, for your information, there are a lot of children in the world, like in Italy, where your brother is, who hardly have anything to eat.
I don't care.
Oh, you callous little lurcher.
What's callous?
Oh.
I didn't care. That's the awful thing about it. I really didn't care. I just wanted that egg.
Who's that egg for?
Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Plugrose.
Afternoon.
Did you see his poor eye?
What a shiner, poor little man.
Beast of a woman she is.
Not what I call a marriage.
Mum?
Yes, dear.
Where's that key?
Why does Mrs. Pluckrose keep giving Mr. Pluckrose a black eye?
Whether it was because I started asking awkward questions or not, I don't know. But very soon afterwards, I was put to the piano.
How long did Miss Lemon say he had to practice of a night then, Bet?
Only an hour.
Ah.
Seems like a lifetime.
I'd like to see him up at the Granada on that theatre organ.
Excuse me. Hello, Pie Crust. Having a nice practice?
Yes, Dad.
Yes. Look, I'll tell you what, as you've been such a good boy, just this one's mind. I'll let you off the rest of your practice, all right?
No, thanks.
What?
I like it. I want to practice and practice until I have to go to bed.
That's the ticket.
If Mary and Randall were using the front room, it meant that I couldn't practice the piano. You'd have thought that Mum and Dad would have asked him not to come round so much, but they didn't.
And what's the meaning of this, young lady?
It's me.
I can see that. Nearly all of you.
But, I mean, I didn't put it there. I wasn't even going to show... Sonia.
Sonia! I'll tear your hair out! Sonia!
You know my views on this sort of thing.
Good evening, Mr. Elston.
Good evening, Mr. Pluckrose.
See here, you've always been a good neighbour. I wonder if you'd do me a favour.
Certainly, yes, if I can.
I wonder if you'd take me in charge. I've just killed the wife.
Oh, my godfathers.
Well, wives shouldn't keep hitting and shouting. Not all the time. And tonight, it was as if her bellowing reached the absolute centre of my brain. So I got this and stabbed her with it.
Look, Lewis,
Oh, yeah, of course, you better have that.
Thank you.
Perhaps it was 'cause she was interrupting Happy Drone. I don't know.
Yes. We were listening to that.
Who is it, Norman?
It's Mr. Pluckrose from next door, dear. He's got a spot of bother.
You know, the legendary British respect for other people's privacy is a total myth. Take that night. We were all out there, the whole street, watching Rosalind Pluckrose get carted off in the ambulance. All that ferocity suddenly stilled. And poor little Lewis Pluckrose having his first and only brush with the police. We never saw either of them again. And who was the oracle who had foretold this tragedy?
Did I or did I not foretell the whole tragedy?
No, Sadie, you did not. You said the angel of death foretold there will be a fatality in Bolingbroke Grove.
Local. I think you'll find I said local.
Well, in
Bet.
all due deference, Sadie, you specified Bolingbroke Grove.
With all due deference to you, Bet, I think that I'm a better interpreter of what spirit messages mean, if you don't mind. It's uncanny how the detail about the knife came through as well, though, wasn't it?
What detail?
I was sitting at this very table, I was, and I said to you, Bet, you mark my words, before you can say knife, death will strike in local. Lee.
That's just an expression. You could just as easily have said, before you could say Jack Robinson.
Well, tell me this, then. Did Mr. Pluckrose turn up with a knife in his hand or with a Jack Robinson in his hand?
Well, put like that.
There's no other way of putting it, dear.
Oh, hello, love.
Hello, Bet. Sadie?
Hello.
Oh, bit of good news. I popped in the police station on the way home. Had a word with Charlie.
Oh.
Mrs. Pluckrose has only got a flesh wound. She's not dead after all.
Oh. Not dead?
No.
Oh.
Oh, thank goodness. Well, mystical Minnie, what's your explanation for that? We've had angels of death all afternoon with this one.
Oh, not angels of flesh wounds.
I'm not rising to that one. I'm looking out the window.
Yes. I think you would look out of the window too. You got no explanation for it, have you?
I have.
Well, let's hear it then.
Well, you see, I am but a utensil.
A saucepan, what?
Do you want to learn something or not?
Oh.
In other words, I am used by spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they come through to me from over there. Well, what I'm given, I come out with. Now, if you've got a cross line over there, then you've got a cross line over here. Hence, I could come out with something in all good faith that was utter nonsense.
But I don't think that Aunt Sadie, even at her psychic wildest, could ever have predicted that my sister Mary was about to become famous.
Nelson's sister tell me what?
To tell you that you have now become the official pin-up of the whole of the American 45th Infantry Division.
But I can't be. How can I be?
Well, it was me, you see, really. When I sent Nelson my Betty Grable picture, I put one in the View just for a laugh, really.
Not in my...
Yeah. Anyway, Nelson's buddies all went, gee, and wow, and that, and they had copies done, and so it went on and on and on. So now you have become the official pin-up of the whole division. About, 10,000 of them.
Do you mean to say that 10,000 American soldiers are looking at a photo of me in my bathing costume?
Mm-hmm.
Well, before I never speak to you again, Sonia Elston, how dare you? First Randall, and now 10,000 GIs. I've never been so ashamed and humiliated in all my life.
Oh, don't tell fibs. You're flattered to death.
I'm not.